Hey all, good morning and welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. This is the 30th of August 2022, and I hope you have a great day today. I looked at the futures before starting this recording, and the futures are looking green. All the much, it's essential that they look green because the last 2 days have been deep red. Therefore, I think potentially it could be a dead cat bounce. Let us check that out in the TradingView platform and look at what the price action is forecasting for today. Let's get started. Before I get started, I want to let you know that whenever NASA decides to try to launch Artemis 1 again, I'll be having a live session, and I would invite you guys to join. Whoever is free can join me, and we can have a good time chatting about the mission and other things. So I look forward to that. We had a live session, and we had a few of our subscribers joining us for the live session for Artemis launch. Unfortunately, NASA decided not to proceed with the launch because of some problems with the engine system. And I'm looking forward to the launch, and I hope you guys are also. With that said, let's go to the TradingView platform. Well, here we are with our TradingView platform. I'm in the Nasdaq futures chart. And as you can see, we now have this bullish line converted into a resistance. And we are forming a new bull line out here. I can see that we have two ascending green candles. That seems to look good to me. The latest candle is for today. This green candle out here is for today. And we are up 1.12% with the Nasdaq futures. And I think that after having this huge drop out here, we are kind of recovering from here. And there was a doji candle yesterday, a lot of indecision. So let us look forward to our momentum going above average and our MACD turning towards the signal line and crossing over to the bullish side. That's what will convince me that we are on a stable bull channel. But right now, this is the bear channel that is forming out here. Let me just draw this out for you to show you what we are looking at. This is the support line, and this is going to be the resistance line. I'm going to convert this into red. So this gives you an idea of potentially a bear channel forming for us. We need to break out above this, which means we have to break out above this red line, and we need to break out about this other diagonal red line. And only then can we say that we are out of the bear channel. So that's a lay of the land going forward. Having said that, we should remember that we will get several updates on the state of the economy, such as the FHFA home price index for June, the Consumer Board's Consumer Confidence Survey for August, and the BLS job openings release for July, all coming in today. So anything contained in these can move the futures market by evening. So please keep that in mind. And also, of course, they will also have an impact on the price action for today in all the indices. Now, let us have a quick look at US oil. You can see that US oil is down 2.78% for today. But if you look at the chart, you will see that this red candle is today's candle. And the reason why it is red is because it started where we ended yesterday. And since then, it has come down. But one of the things that we have to remember is that the crude prices rose overnight as the risk of civil war in Libya increased. Violent clashes over the weekend resulted in several fatalities in the capital city of Tripoli. And this is kind of making people feel that the country's production may not be stable. At stake is the Libyan oil production, which has recently been averaging at around 1.2 million barrels per day, following months of blockades of oil fields and terminals. So it's an unstable country, and it provides 1.2 million barrels per day. And if that supply was to be taken out, we'll have a big problem. And we already are working towards an embargo on the Russian oil. So overall, this seems to be indicating that oil is likely to go up further, and that's not a good situation. We need the OPEC countries to push up oil supply, but I'm not sure that that's going to happen. It needs a lot of political capital. So we have a formation of a new bullish channel out here, and I think we are following this bullish trajectory, which is not good for inflation, which is not good for the economy. Now, in light of that, let us go and have a look at QQQ. QQQ has fallen below the support we had of 306.53, and this is candle from yesterday. And if you look at today's price action, we are up 1.08%, and we are at 307.73, which means that we are above this line of support. So I'm going to leave it green. The line of support is at 306.53, and right now we are at 307.73. You'll still notice that the MACD is bearish and the momentum is below average and pointed down. So the momentum needs to come up above average for us to have a reliable upward turn. And we are still firmly within this bear channel. So I'm thinking that we are going to continue to move towards this diagonal line of support. And if we breach that, then our next level of support is going to be 296.96, which is this horizontal green line. Let us look at S&P 500. S&P 500 is up 0.76% and sitting at 405.70. Previously, we bounced off 401.19, which is still going to remain a major support. Our 50-day exponential moving average sitting at 407.59 is going to be a resistance for us. Out here, again, we need the momentum to become above average and the MACD to become bullish. Till then, we cannot predict a bull channel. Russell's average is up 0.73%, and it's getting a support from 100-day and the 50-day exponential moving average. That's a good support for it. And I think we have a resistance out here, which is going to sit at 191.38, which is a horizontal resistance we have had from before. And I think as far as Russell is concerned, same remarks like we had for QQQ and S&P 500. Momentum needs to pick up, and MACD needs to turn positive, and it has to become bullish. So those are the two things that we are looking forward to before we can predict a steady upturn. And look at Dow Jones Industrial Average. It is nicely bounced off the support. That is a diagonal support that we had from the previous bull channel. So this is a good outcome from yesterday. But for today, there are no pre-market trades or anything. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Both MACD as well as the momentum are looking awful. So the next level of support is going to be 316.20. As you can see, in case of all the indices, we are having some sort of a bear channel forming. Now, let us check IWM. IWM also has a bear channel forming, and I would say this is the bear channel. And if we were to go to S&P 500, again, you have a bear channel forming. So we are out of the days when we had a bull channel. Now we are back into the days when we are looking at a bear channel forming. So this is how I would connect the lines to make a bear channel out here. So this is what we are looking at, my friends. And if you look at the VIX, the VIX are showing an elevated level. They are still below the resistance of 27.20. I'm going to mark this red. But if you look at the current situation, we do not have much of volatility shown here pre-market. That is because of the dead cat bounce factor that we are seeing in QQQ and the futures and everything. But I have a feeling that once we touch the 100-day exponential moving average, which is this white line out here, or we come to this green line of support at 24.28, which is merged along with the 200-day exponential moving average, which is this pink line sitting at 24.29, we are going to bounce back up again. So potentially towards the end of the day or middle of the day or after 10 o'clock, we can come back down again. So that's the risk factor here today for the price action. Put call ratio is fiercely in the bear channel. And if you were to look at the US dollar index, it is bounced back from the level of support we had at 122.21. And despite Fed Chairman Powell's hawkish words, I'm gratified to see that the US dollar index has fallen down, but it's going to be bouncing off the 9-day exponential moving average. So this is the candle for today. We started high, we started where we ended yesterday, and we came down further. And we are going to face support from this 9-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 13,056.18. And then by the 20-day exponential moving average, which is this orange line, which is sitting at 13,015.21. So that said, let us go and have a look at the index movers. So I'm going to look at Amazon, which is up 1.49%. So as I'll mention that we still need to fill up this gap which was created by this unnatural move upwards. So there is still a downward risk for us. Momentum is still below average, and MACD is also bearish. So we have to come back at least to the level of 125.71 before bouncing back up. Pre-market we are up 1.49. So there is still potential for us to go down. Google is up 1.28%. Google doesn't have much of gaps to fill up except this area out here. So there is still a downward tendency for Google. MACD is bearish and momentum is also below average and pointed downwards. Apple is up 0.93, but we have a gap that is to be filled up out here. And friends, when it comes to Apple, we have to remember that next week they are going to unveil a lot of Apple models for iPhones as well as watches and so on. So whenever there's a launch by Apple, there's always a spike. So we should potentially look at covering up this gap within this week and then start moving up. So there is a good trade opportunity, swing trade opportunity, in my opinion. Again, my friends, this is not financial advice, but this is my personal thoughts. You do your own due diligence before you make an investment. But I'm personally thinking that I would like to buy some Apple. I would buy it on my Canadian side, the hedged product. I would like to buy it today with the hopes that when next week the Apple products are announced, there's going to be a jump. The potential jump can go all the way up to 175.91, and then maybe the RSI will get overheated and then we'll do a bit of a sideward pivot and come back down. And even in that case, it would not have crossed above this diagonal line of resistance. So it will keep in with the thesis of being still within the level of exuberance that can be tolerated in the current market condition, in my personal opinion. And around that stage, I would definitely sell the stock and keep my cash handy. So that's my game plan for Apple today. If I look at Microsoft, Microsoft is up 0.89% pre-market. Yesterday it formed a perfect doji candle and it was red. It had dropped significantly below where it was yesterday. My friends, Microsoft is a great software company and it has got a great business model. I think that Microsoft will definitely hold value. So when we reach this level of support of 259.95, I will start dollar cost averaging and adding to my my stock of Microsoft holdings that I have. And we can see that the MACD is bearish and also the momentum is below average and pointed down. However, today we are having a slight positive. So my feeling is that today we are going to open the market positive, but later on during the day, there is some economic news coming up and also the oil prices may go up. So there's a good chance that we may give up a good portion of the gains by the end of the day, either by end of the day or tomorrow. That's the lay of the land. And of course, crypto is Bitcoin is following the fortunes of Nasdaq, and Coinbase is following the fortunes of Bitcoin, and both of them are up. And now I'm looking at commodities. Wheat is up again, and copper is down. Copper continues to fall down, and this at this point of time, I think we do have a level of support out here, which is going to perform some support. And if it falls below this, then I'll start getting a bit concerned that recessionary forces are starting to rear their head, and that should also push US oil down further. Now let's go on to Genomics, and I'm going to just sort this out to see that we have the biggest winners on the top. Invitae is at the very top with a gain of, with a loss of minus 5.96 and a gain of 3% pre-market today. And you can see that we have formed some kind of a flag formation out here after a bullish gain, a single day gain, which was very, very sharp. So we are reaching some kind of a support out here at 2.15. And I think our next level of resistance is going to be the 50-day exponential moving average, the 20-day exponential moving average, and the 9-day exponential moving average, all of which are merging somewhere in the region of 3.41 to 3.50. So that is going to be a resistance for us today. MACD is bearish and the momentum is also below average, but nevertheless a green opening for Invitae. Pfizer is also showing a green opening with a pre-market gain of 0.50. And we have CRISPR Therapeutics, which is showing a gain of 2.63% pre-market, which means that it takes it above 6.36, which was a level of support for us, and it had become a resistance yesterday. So I think we are still going to find this as a support, and we are falling into this diagonal line of resistance today. This is what is going to be a resistance for us, and it's going to be a resistance at around 70.06, which also coincides with the 100-day exponential moving average, which is sitting for us at 69.79. Right now we are at 67.50. So those are the levels of resistance that we are going to see here. MACD is bearish and momentum is also below average. So all these strength is going to be potentially short-lived. So please be careful. IDNA was down 1.06% yesterday. There are no trades pre-market, and our support is at 29.57. MACD and momentum both are below average and bearish. Bluebird is up 1.53%. Friends, as I said, Bluebird has got headwinds because of the overall market, but at the same time it has got really strong potential because of Zynteglo commercialization, which is going to bring in money. The second thing is that Elicel is also waiting in the wings to be approved by FDA somewhere around 15th of September. So those factors are keeping Bluebird up. I personally am looking forward to buying a little more Bluebird if it comes somewhere closer to 5.24, which is the convergence of the 50-day exponential moving average and the 100-day exponential moving average. And there's a distinct possibility for that to happen, given the overall bearishness in the market. And when that happens, I'll definitely snag up a little bit of Bluebird to dollar cost average my holdings. Regeneron, I'm not going to talk about it. Novartis, I'm going to skip. SQZ Biotech, no trades pre-market. And I'm thinking that 3.02 is an ideal position to buy. So today, if it comes anywhere close to 3.02, I'll definitely buy maybe 500 or 600 SQZ and keep that handy because it's likely to trade between this band of 3.06 and 4.01. And right now, the momentum is not too bad. It is below average and flat, and MACD is slightly bearish, but it can turn around. SQZ has got the potential, in my personal opinion. ARCG is down 2.41%, no trades pre-market, but we still have a support out here at 35.44, failing which we have another support out here. I'm going to draw a new support. Remember, we had removed a lot of supports to clean up the chart. The next support is going to be out here at 34.73. Beam is down minus 2.17% as of yesterday, and today pre-market it's down another 1.80%. Still, we have a support at 53.43. MACD is bearish and the momentum is also below average. I'm going to skip Vertex. I'm going to go to Verve. Verve is still a great stock in my opinion, and it's trying to bounce off this support, which happens to be at 37.85. Right now we are at 37.97. Pre-market, there are no trades. Our next level of support is going to be the 9-day exponential moving average, which is this yellow line out here. It's sitting at 37.30. And then we have the orange line of support, which is the 20-day exponential moving average sitting at 34.31. That is this one. So there is plenty of support out here sitting in this diagonal line of support, the bull channel. I can extend this further, and it's a big support out here. We are nowhere close to that support line. So in my opinion, Verve is still a very, very strong stock. Teladoc down minus 3.12% as of yesterday. Pre-market, it's up 1.93%. It has got support here at 28.04. All the other indicators are weak for Teladoc. DNA is up 2.25% pre-market. It has got good support at 2.68, and it has got a resistance from the 9-day exponential moving average, then the 20-day, and then the 50-day exponential moving average. They're all sitting at 2.89, 2.99, and 3.02 respectively. So those are the resistance for today for DNA. PSEB has got no trades pre-market. It was down 2.35% yesterday, and I think that we still are going to have a resistance from 6.10 today. The MACD and the momentum both are bearish. IMTX was up 1.46% yesterday, and today there are no trades pre-market. Still, we have got this bull channel, which is going to support us, and the 9-day exponential moving average sitting at 12.07, which is going to give us good support. So I'm hoping that IMTX opens green. Illumina is up to 2.34% as of yesterday, and and there is no trade pre-market today for Illumina. We still are going to have resistance from 210.87, followed by resistance from the 50-day exponential moving average, which is this blue fluorescent line sitting at 214.41. The momentum is above average and just slightly above average and pointed up. So there is a good chance that Illumina will gain further today. Editas is up 0.34% as of yesterday. No trades pre-market. Our support is going to be sitting at 14.30. Intelia was up 0.53% yesterday, and there are no trades pre-market, and we still have support from 56.47. And we are going to convert this line of resistance, this diagonal line of resistance today, into a support, at least momentarily, before bouncing back below that. And then Allogene is up 1.58% pre-markets. We still have resistance from this diagonal line of support from the previous bull channel that we have to cross over. We pierced through it briefly yesterday and were pushed down by the 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving average. I'm expecting more of the same today because the MACD is bearish and the momentum is below average. Caribou Biosciences is up 2.91% today, and it's gone above our line of support of 10.04. I'm expecting this to be continuing to be a line of support for us today, failing which the 20-day exponential moving average sitting at 9.72 will be a line of support for us. My friends, this brings me to an end of this video today. I'm hoping that you all have a great day today. There's going to be a green open, and potentially there are some market moving economic news that are likely to come during the day, and those can take us down or up depending on how they pan out. So be careful out there. I think we are looking at a little bit of bearishness for the next few days. Potentially Apple can bring us out of that when they come out with new models of watches next week. And we'll see how this goes. And also keep at the back of your mind that we are coming very close to the midterms, and the political risk in the US is much more elevated than previous midterms because of recent statements by Lindsey Graham and also the ongoing Mar-a-Lago saga that's happening. So please be careful and do not put everything that you have into the market. Do dollar cost averaging. Take a good look at your portfolio and make sure that you have sufficient cash handy to buy stocks when the market falls, and that you are not over leveraged on any stock. So with that said, my friends, I would like to bring this video to an end. If you like this video, please do not hesitate to press the like. It's a very small effort for you to just press the like button, but it means a lot to me and the channel because it will help YouTube to promote our channel, get us more viewers. And if you're watching this video and have not yet subscribed, why not? Please subscribe. It's absolutely free. It will motivate me to bring you more videos and thought-provoking videos. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.